guys. Hello everybody. It's late afternoon here, so good afternoon. I have an appointment to head to in a little time, but I have something I want to share with you guys before I go. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna do my makeup while we talk. From the title of this video, you can guess what this video is all about. Guys, don't mind my nails. So nail studios are closed at this time, so I'm doing stick-on nails and I'm not done yet. I'm gonna finish the other end before I leave. I just wanted to get my makeup out of the way first before I do that. So ignore, just pretend like they're both the same, okay? All right. So there are certain things you watch on the news and you're like, this can only happen in movies, or they are just stuff you hear on the news, and you actually doubt that they can really happen in real life, right? Well, this is one of those things. And by the way, guys, what do you think about my hair? Can you believe I made this hair myself? Yeah, I love it. Just saved myself some money here. And also, most times when I make my hair outside, like person wants to make my hair, they always make the braids too tight. So for like the first 2-3 days, I won't be able to get a good night's sleep. I'm not dealing with that. One, I'll save some money. And two, I'm comfortable from the very first day. Okay, so back to what I was saying. This is actually one of such stories that you hear on the news, or somebody somewhere will tell you that it happened. You really have never met someone that it happened to, right? So what actually happened is, a few weeks ago, I had gone to the store to make a return. I'd bought like a set of breakable plates. And when I got home and opened up the pack, I discovered that one of the plates, had a crack. So I said, okay, I'm going to have to return it and exchange it for another set. So on this fateful day, that was my plan when I left the house. And the store that I was going to was not really far. It was about maybe 8 minutes drive. But one thing I didn't like about the store is the parking lot was like a rooftop. And I just didn't like going up there to park whenever I shop there. So what I do most times when I go there is that I look for parking on the street, which is what I did on this very particular day. So when I got to the location of the store, I drove around like I usually do, trying to find parking. It took a while, and then I actually found a spot. As I was trying to park, I noticed that there was a red truck on the other side of the street, and the driver was honking. I think I should take off my earrings because I don't want to get foundation on it. So I'm going to take it off. And I'll put it back on when I'm done. Okay, here we go. So the driver behind the truck was honking. I didn't actually pay him any mind. And I got out of the car and started walking towards the store. I left my phone in the car because I thought to myself, I wasn't going to waste any time. I'm just going to go in there real quick and I'll be out. All I'm doing is an exchange and I'm not going to waste any time in there. So I didn't take my phone with me. One thing about me that I really believe I should work on is a lot of times I don't pay attention to details. So I might see someone or meet someone. Believe me, when I meet that person again, I might not remember that we've met before. Some people might think, oh, that I'm pretending. Maybe I just feel like ignoring them. But honestly, I don't remember. I'm very bad when it comes to that. And I'm really trying to work on that now. So like I was saying, I walked towards the store, right? I didn't waste any time in the store. Probably maybe 10 minutes and I was out. And I walked out. As I was walking towards the car, I noticed a red truck parked in the spot right in front of me. But guys, you won't believe that it didn't click in my head that that was the same red truck that was honking when I was trying to park. I didn't even piece the two trucks together. So the side of the road where I parked was like on this side and the store was on the other side. So now I'm trying to cross over to the side where I have the car. The driver in the truck, he was a guy. He let his window down. And as I was crossing over, he said, "Hi, you look good." I'm like, okay, thank you. I realized as I was walking towards the car, he got out of his car and approached me. He stretched forth his hand for an handshake and said, "I'm Gerard." Guys, I don't want this makeup to be too loud. I'm using orange eyeshadow. So me not wanting to appear rude, which I later regretted, I accepted his handshake and I told him, "Nice to meet you, Gerard." That was my first mistake because now he wasn't letting go of my hand. So I had to forcefully withdraw my hand from his. And I was like, okay, this guy is kind of strange. He was standing right by the driver's door, right? So I couldn't even get in the car. So I told him, "Oh, excuse me, I really need to get in the car." And I said it with a smile. So if you had any evil intentions, maybe that would discourage him. And guys, you wouldn't believe what this guy told me. When I told him, "Please excuse me, I really need to get in the car." So he looked at me and he said, "Can I show you my..." I'm like, "Show me your what?" He said, "I'd really like to show you my, my private, I don't want to call out the word because I know sometimes we watch videos with our kids, right?" So I looked at him and I said, "I'm sorry, but no, I don't want to see it. And can you please leave so I can get in the car because you're making me very uncomfortable right now." So when I told him that, he said, "Oh my God, you don't have to be. I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable." I said, "Well, but you are. As a matter of fact, you're making me very, very uncomfortable. So please excuse me, I really have to get going." I always have a difficult time drawing my wing, guys. You guys have any tips for drawing wings? Let me know. Leave me a comment, guys. Help a sister out. But this guy honestly wouldn't leave. And he kept insisting, oh, please, can you just get in my truck for a minute? I really, really, really need to show you. You would like it when you see it. And crazy stuff like that. So I was like, okay, this guy is really crazy. I decided, let me turn to the other side. You know, we were on the driver's side, right? Now it's blocking the driver's door. So I said, let me turn and just go in through the passenger side. The minute I lock myself in there, I know he won't be able to get to me. Now I'm going around the trunk to get to the other side. This guy went around the bonnet and stood by the door, the passenger side of the car, even before I got there. And I said, oh my God, in my head, I was like, God, I don't even have my phone. I can't make a call. My phone, I left it in the car. Now I started playing in my head all the crazy stuff and stories I've ever heard about missing kids, missing men, missing women. And this was the time I now started looking at him closely, and I realized, okay, this guy doesn't look normal at all. He looked like someone who was on drugs or someone who had just escaped jail. He looked very unkempt. So now I started talking like a very harsh tone. Like, excuse me, please, I don't know what you are up to. You are really, really making me uncomfortable right now. Don't make me shout. Don't make me scream and all of that. But this guy wasn't moved. When I try moving this way, he will step in front of me. When I try moving the other way, he will step in front of me. Like he wasn't just going. He wouldn't go. So at this point, I realized the only thing I can do now is to look around and see if I have like people walking around and I can call out for help. Because it was very clear that this guy was going nowhere. So I started looking around. Usually you will find people like maybe taking walks or walking their dog. But guys, I kid you not. For some strange reason, the whole street was empty. So I realized at this point, seeing nobody around, that the only thing I can do is defend myself. And the only thing I had in my hand was the set of plates that I'd exchanged at the store. So I decided, okay, I'm going to walk away from this guy, but God help him. If he tries coming after me, I will have no choice but to defend myself with this plate. So I started walking away. While I was walking away, and I was walking really fast. While I was walking away, you won't believe that this guy actually followed me. As I was walking down the street, I'd taken like a couple steps, and something just told me to turn and look. At first, I didn't even want to look. I wanted to just keep walking as fast as I can so I can get to where I'll find people. Oh, something just told me, turn. And when I turned, this guy was right behind me. He stooped to the ground and tried lifting me off the ground, guys. This guy tried to lift me off the ground. So when he tried lifting me off the ground, I had no choice but to scream. I don't think I've ever screamed like that in my life before, guys. I screamed with every strength that I had in me. I screamed so loud that I think that shook him a little bit, like, okay. I screamed, help, at the top of my lungs. And he got upset. Why are you screaming? Why the F are you doing that? Why are you doing that? You don't have to do that. Okay, I'm going to leave you. I'm going to leave you. And he started backing away. So I stood there and I kept saying, don't come close to me. Don't touch me. I'm going to scream. Don't come close to me. Go away from me. Don't touch me. He started backing away. Got in his truck. And he left. Even as I watched him like drive away, it took me a good few minutes for me to be able to pull myself together and summon the courage to walk to my car. I was so shaken. I was so scared. And I was, oh my God, what just happened? I got in the car and I couldn't drive, guys. Like, I was shaking. I couldn't drive. I just sat there, and all I could think about was, this guy must be someone who is either on drugs or has a mental problem or has a psychological problem. I don't know. Or he could just be a sex offender roaming the streets looking for who to attack. What if I'd been someone much younger, like a little girl, like a teenager, like a child, like a little girl? Like, only God knows what would have happened. This is how people go missing, and their families will wait and pray and hope for them to come back, and they never will. And for that one moment, I closed my eyes and I said, God, thank you. This could have gone worse, you know. My husband would have waited and said, oh, maybe she decided to stop at other stores and grab something, or I'm sure she will soon be back. And then it will be night time and I'm still not back. Maybe he will come out to look for me and he will see the car, because I told him where I was going. He'll probably just find the car sitting there. And then he will realize, okay, something horrible must have happened, because my phone will be in there and no one will be able to reach me. But I thank God that it didn't end that way. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. So you can please remember when you go out to be very, very watchful of your surroundings. Be very watchful of the people around you. Be very watchful of the people around you. Not everyone is okay. Some people are just walking around and all they have in their hearts is evil, guys. Pure evil. Remember to always say a prayer before you leave the house, that God will keep you safe, take you out and bring you back home safely. And that's my prayer for you each time you go out. Even when you stay home, that God will watch over you and watch over your families. But at the same time, guys, we have to be very vigilant. We have to be very aware of our surroundings. And we should also teach this to our kids. Like when I got home that day and I told my husband, I also told my daughter, because she was the one, I think Divine was busy in the bathroom or something. So I told Ella, and I also told my husband what happened. And my husband was, you know, telling me what I should have done different. One, I shouldn't even have exchanged, you know, a handshake with the guy, which I accept. Next time I wouldn't make the same mistake. But I was just thinking, okay, someone was just saying hi, is no big deal. But now I realize that things like that sometimes can actually be a big deal and end up creating more problem than you ever anticipated. So just have it at the back of your mind that not everyone you meet is okay. Some people come up to you, but what they have in their hearts towards you is pure evil. So you have to be careful. I also shared with my brother. My brother was like, okay, you might think it's high time you get yourself a gun so you can protect yourself. I wish I could, but I'm not someone who can. I don't think I can ever hurt anybody with a gun. But something I've told myself I'm going to get is a pepper spray and a stunt gun. I just have to. I believe this is something every lady should have on her, because these are crazy times that we live in. You know, just have something on hand in case something crazy like this was to happen, you have something, at least something to defend yourself with. So thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. That's just my little story that I wanted to share with you. Please thank God with me that I'm here and I'm well and I'm safe, and that very particular situation did not escalate beyond all that I've told you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Oh my God, I have one good news. I'm going to call it good news because I'm hoping and praying that this turns out in my favor. I don't know if you guys have seen one of my past videos where I shared with you guys my job hunt, right? The second place that I stopped by and picked an application from has actually reached out to me for an interview. So I'm having an interview this week. So guys, pray for me that I find favor and that I get this job. So thank you very much for hanging out with me today. I hope my makeup is not too loud. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And until I see you in my next video, stay well and stay safe. Bye guys.